My Hero Academia, 10 anime characters who would be a perfect match for Aizawa. If My Hero Academia's Shota Aizawa wishes to be in a relationship, there are plenty of exciting romantic matches for him in the anime world. The story of My Hero Academia may have Izuku Midoriya as the shonen protagonist, but in many ways, this superhero anime actually has an ensemble cast, and the story takes time to develop many of its characters not just as fighters, but as people, too. That includes Shota Aizawa, aka Eraserhead. Shota Aizawa is the grouchy but well-meaning homeroom teacher of Class 1A, and he secretly takes pride in his students' accomplishments. As for his personal life, he's not seeing anyone right now, and it's not clear what he's looking for in a love interest. Instead, his preferences on the dating market can be modeled on Aizawa's own personality. And he would like a partner who is heroic, mature, and responsible, just like him. 10. Ryukyu takes her duty seriously. My Hero Academia. Aizawa is ready to dive into the dating market, and he can start off in his own world. Some female superheroes have strong and silly personalities, such as the gigantic Empty Lady or the dominatrix Midnight, and Aizawa wouldn't want to date them. Instead, he'll try out Ryukyu, the dragon hero. Ryukyu ranks in the top 10, but she's quite humble about it, which should appeal to Aizawa. Ryukyu is a brave and noble hero who lets her actions do the talking, and she has a strong sense of responsibility and duty. She wouldn't mind a few dates with Aizawa to see how things go. 9. Lieutenant Nanao Ise puts duty first but has her soft side, too. Bleach. As opposed to her flamboyant and fun-loving captain, Shunsui Kairaku, Lieutenant Nanao Ise is a cool-headed and strict soul reaper who doesn't usually have time for fun and games. She is fully committed to her duties as an officer, and she is a model lieutenant. Still, she might relax and enjoy herself once in a while, given the chance. Aizawa would definitely be impressed by Nanao's Kido spells, disciplined demeanor, and charming beauty, and he would like to get to know her better. If Nanao can get some time off, she could meet Aizawa and have a nice outing with him. It should go well. 8. Kurenai Yuhi is protective of her gen in Naruto. Kurenai Yuhi is a noted genjutsu expert in the Hidden Leaf Village, and she is also the jonin in charge of Team 8, made up of Hinata Hyuga, Kiba Inuzuka, and the bug-loving Shino Aburame. Kurenai was also Asuma's lover, but if Asuma weren't in the picture, she could end up with Shota Aizawa instead. In Kurenai's eyes, Eraserhead is an impressive ninja, a stealthy and tricky hero with an impressive jutsu to defeat any villain. Like Aizawa, Kurenai is a strict professional but also takes pride in her student. And she would do anything for them. She's almost like a mother figure at times. 7. Lieutenant Riza Hawkeye has a warm heart under that crisp uniform. Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood. Nanao Ise isn't the only lady in uniform who would make Aizawa's heart skip a beat. There's also Lieutenant Riza Hawkeye, a sniper and firearms expert in the Amestris National Military. She is a bit of a kaderi, hiding her affectionate side under a cool and professional exterior. Riza takes her duty seriously, but she's not cold. Unless she's in battle, Riza is a surprisingly relaxed and cheerful person if she's in the right company, such as her friend Rebecca or Edward Elric himself. She is a kind and loyal person who wants what's best for others, and Aizawa simply must meet her and take her out in Amestris' lively downtown. It will be a fun date for them both. 6. Naomi Mizora is a brilliant detective. Death Note. Naomi Mizora the detective was once engaged to Ray Penber, until Kira killed Ray early in the story of Death Note. A few scenes made it clear that Mizora deeply loved him. And outside of her duty, Naomi was a cheerful and fun-loving person. Now, she only has grief and revenge. If things turned out differently, Naomi could have met Shota Aizawa instead. And they would have a lot in common, from their crime-fighting careers to their personalities and their love of discipline and the law. In Aizawa's eyes, Naomi is a wonderful quirkless hero in her own right. 5. Minako Aizawa is kind, runs a tight household maid Sama. For the most part, Aizawa would be interested in meeting women who are professionals and heroes like him, but he also wouldn't mind dating characters such as Minako Aizawa, who certainly doesn't have any quirks or superpowers of her own. She is a humble, everyday hero who works hard to keep her impoverished household running. Minako and her daughter Misaki care deeply for one another and the younger daughter Suzuna, and Minako shares Misaki's strong sense of responsibility and duty. Aizawa would be greatly impressed, and he would also be charmed by Minako's polite but cheerful personality. She is outgoing and lovely without being obnoxious or loud about it, as opposed to Ms. Joke or Midnight. 4. Akira Mato is a heroic Kaderi Tokyo ghoul. Akira Mato is roughly similar to Riza Hawkeye and Shota Aizawa, a calm and aloof professional who puts duty first without compromising her humanity in the process. She is the daughter of the famed Curio Mato, and she looked up to her father as a model CCG investigator and ghoul hunter. For the most part, Akira is stern and a bit distant, especially with her partner, Kotaro Amon. Still, she dearly loved her father, and she has her sentimental side. If Akira was in the mood to start dating, Shota Aizawa would be a strong option for her and vice versa. 3. Lady Larna is smart, kind. My next life as a villainess. Lady Larna, aka Susanna Randall, is the director of the Department of Magic, and she is always ready to lend a helping hand to anyone who needs it. She is not a superhero by trade, but Lady Larna does have the heart of a hero all the same, such as when she volunteered to help Katarina Clays find the missing Keith Clays. Lady Larna is everything Shota Aizawa would want in a partner. She's a serious working professional, a helpful and kind person, and an elegant beauty who can easily work her way through any crowd. If Larna weren't engaged to Jeffrey Stewart, she would gladly go to any midnight ball with Aizawa. 2. Shizue Aizawa is a fearless isekai heroine. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Shizue Aizawa was an isekai heroine who was summoned to this world by Demon Lord Leon Cromwell. And she did her best to protect humanity from monsters as a sword master armed with the flame powers of Ifrit. She later befriended Rimuru and allowed him to absorb her when the time was right. Shizue is a cheerful and selfless hero who dotes on her friends and students, but she is also fearless and bold in battle. Her easygoing but professional personality would appeal to Aizawa, and he'd gladly go on a few action-packed dates with her. 1. Officer Jenny is an outstanding woman in uniform Pokemon. Technically, Officer Jenny describes a handful of near-identical sisters who operate in cities across the Pokemon world. And the same is true of Nurse Joy. The Officer Jennies are all appealing to characters like Shota Aizawa, though, who would no doubt be drawn to hardworking women in uniform. Officer Jenny might be a little silly at times, but she is still a serious professional who knows her duty, and she is committed to keeping the world safe for people and their Pokemon friends alike. She and Aizawa would have plenty to talk about during their lovely first date over coffee.